Welcome back to the channel, and in this a little bit of a preview for what we're going to be doing over the next what are we now, 5 months before we get to the first Sprint Series event of 2023. What are we going to be doing to the car to get it ready, and what are some of the things that you've got to look forward to. So as you might remember from the last video, there's going to be a lot of changes to the 2023 regulations for the MG Car Club Speed Series. This is actually for the better. What we're going to be doing is aligning those closer with the MS UK S12 regulations. That means that the car can become more competitive in other Sprint Series without maybe some of the specific regulations for the MG Car Club Series. Let's have a look around the car then and see what we're going to be doing. Starting at the back of the car then, one of the first things we're going to do is drop the fuel tank off. As part of doing that, we're going to be putting the fuel tank inside the car, so a little bit of weight saving and removing off some of the pipe work and the material at the back of the car. Moving around, the car still sits quite high at the back, so we're going to be taking the entire rear suspension off and lowering the car down probably about an inch. As a result of the changes to being closer to S12, we're going to be putting some hardened, strengthened axles into the car as well. And I'm going to take the opportunity to change the wheels and tyres on the back, put some wider wheels on, which will mean some new tyres. Inside, we're going to be losing some of the carpets, which the new regulations allow, and also be taking out one of the seats and replacing that back with an original seat. Again, another opportunity just to save a little bit of weight. While on the inside, I'm going to be changing some of the camera angles, give you some different views from within the car of what's going on with the driver and the car inside. Probably the biggest change with the new regulations is the change with bodywork. MS UK S12 means that I'm not allowed to change fiberglass wings on the front, fiberglass front end. So this flip front has got to go, yes I know, but it's going to be replaced with steel wings, a steel front panel and a fiberglass bonnet. What that means then is a new paint job. So I'm interested in changing the front end, make it look a little bit more racy. So ideas on a postcard, but let's see what I can come up with for the front end. Under the bonnet, not too many changes. As you can imagine, most of the cost in these cars is in the engine itself, and that's certainly working at a good enough level. And the new regulations stipulate that I'm not going to be able to change these carburetors. They have to stay the original 1.25 inches, so there's actually not much gain to be made by replacing anything there. Probably the biggest input I'm going to have on the engine side is replacing this alternator here with something a little bit more lightweight and racy. So as if I was hoping to put the car in the garage, have an easy winter and get it back out again ready for next year, that's not going to be the case. But more importantly, it gives you something to look forward to watching. Of course, the whole thing's going to get a service, so we're going to need to flush out all the brake fluid, flush out all the engine oil, replace the filters for optimum working next year. And the other job that needs doing is the gearbox needs pulling out. The gearbox jumps out of first gear when under hard acceleration, so that means the engine's got to come out. It means the gearbox has got to get replaced. If you've seen any of my earlier videos, you'll know I've got a gearbox already refurbished, ready to go, so that will be a straight swap and then engine back in again. So all up, probably about 40 or 50 hours worth of work to do on the car to get it ready for the first event, which will be Cadwell Park. So first job then is to get the midget in the garage, get this bonnet off, get this engine out, get the back end up and get the suspension off. So this car's not going to improve itself. Let's get it in the garage and let's get started. So we're all in. First job is to get this engine out. Lots to do then. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all your questions and comments. See you on the next video.